And this is the review for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Thunder Megazord. You have this was the one featured in the second season. It was the successor to the Dinozords. So you have the Lion replace the Mastodon, the Firebird replaced the Pterodactyl, Unicorn replaced Triceratops, Griffin replaced Saber-Tooth Tiger, and Red Dragon replaced Tyrannosaurus. Now these four were sold by themselves as the Thunderzord Assault Team, and then the Red Dragon was sold on its own. What was cool about these is that I got them on eBay, so like this set is actually totally complete, which I'm very, very stoked about. But what was cool about these is that they came with power crystals for all the Rangers. And they also came with the Rangers themselves, and they all had little spots where you could put in the Rangers to hang out. Oops. So, cluster. But I won't spend too long on the individuals because there's only so much time, and they actually do get pretty involved. So the first thing I'll do is show off the Red Dragon's transformation. As you can see, he starts off in a very, very bitchin' Chinese dragon, very, very long and cool and awesome. Because you know the original Dragonzord, Tommy's Dragonzord, was kind of like Godzilla, and then you have this as like a total change to the Chinese style dragon. And I mean, even though it wasn't Tommy's Zord, and actually this was my favorite Zord out of all of the season 2s, out of all of the Thunder Zords. This was by far the coolest in my opinion. But you just pop off his head and pop off the end of his tail, and then that little peg that it was on just folds in. Flip that foot out, flip this foot out, and then bring those up, turn them this way, turn them upside down, kind of straighten his legs, flip up this panel, and then that's going to fold around, become his backpack. The arms are formed from the legs. A lot of people are very, very careful with this part because they are fragile from what I understand, so just be careful if you ever get one. You just kind of get them into the same position, and then they just kind of fold in like that. You can kind of close them up and lay them to the side. This one's in really good shape, so I'm not too concerned about it. There you have most of them done. You're going to take what was left of the tail, kind of fold it like such. I have such a hard time finding my lens sometimes. But you plug that in, that's going to kind of fill out his waist, and then the head, open the jaw all the way, kind of fold his warrior head out. Then you kind of just slide it back and it'll plug in there. You just fold in the horns, and you have Red Dragonzord in warrior mode. Very, very cool. I liked how he was basically a transformer. And he comes with a staff as well. It was very awesome. Very cool, but gotta hurry up. The assault team of the other 4 Zords could all ride on this sled. You'd put the Lion in the front, Griffin on this side, Unicorn on the other, and then the Firebird would clip in here. Then Red Dragon would ride in the middle in warrior mode. And you'd kind of twirl this staff around as a helicopter, and that would be their attack. This was also how they would combine with Tor when they were making the Ultrazord, and the Tigerzord would ride inside. I'm trying to get a Tor right now, and if I get one, I'll be sure to post him and the Thunder Ultrazord, but kind of strapped for time, so I'm going to just cut to the Thunder Megazord. So take away the Red Dragon staff, and you take all of these guys off the chariot. The Firebird's mount, by the way, kind of acts as a handle, so you could kind of fly around with it and stuff, although that's at your own risk because none of them actually clip on except for the Firebird. But anyway, yeah, Red Dragon, just pull his arms out, legs to the side, fold the feet down. We'll get back to him. Unicorn and Griffin transform the same way, basically. I'm going to take this back piece, fold it down, fold their head in, fold up the foot plate. Exact same with Griffin. Which, a lot of people comment that the Griffin doesn't look anything like a Griffin. It's because in Sentai it was a Keelin, which is an Asian mythical beast, and they changed it to a Griffin because they figured no one in the Western audience would know what the hell a Keelin is. I don't blame them, because I didn't when I was watching this. Red Dragon just plugs into the top of these two. It clips in very, very securely. Kind of get him front and center. Firebird, you're going to take off the tail, fold the head back, fold those up, clip her onto Red Dragon's ass, basically. And then these points here will kind of lock into the spines on Red Dragon's legs, and she just wraps around his waist armor. We finish off with Lion. First bend Red Dragon's arms down at the elbow. You're going to dismantle the Lion. Take off that helmet piece. Remove the paws, fold his head up, fold these clips out, then I'm going to plug the lion body on to become the chest plate. The paws, each, you split them, unfold the hand, slide it on. There's round bumps on the Dragonzord's elbows, on the Red Dragon's elbows, that'll lock into round holes in the lion. So you just get that nice and secure, and then you take the helmet. There's two sets of holes for the pegs on the side of this helmet. You want the backmost pegs, and then that'll lock in. Tilt his arm up real quick. You can attach the Thunder Saber, which is really a katana, and then Red Dragon's staff. You can plug the tail in, and it becomes a yari, I think it's called, a really broad-bladed Japanese spear. And then you can also take the sword out, obviously, put it in his other hand, and there you have Thunder Megazord. And I always liked him. I love the Thunder Megazord. It's my second favorite design outside of MMPR Season 1. It trails only behind the Ninja Mega Falcon Zord, in my opinion. But this thing is just cool. He's a big, bulky, badass samurai, and you really can't go wrong with it. He just looks like he can whip your ass. And the cool thing is, all of the Rangers, all those little Ranger figures can ride in his chest. So there you have it, MMPR Thunder Megazord.